Hello, everybody, and welcome to a quick review on Squid Game Season 2. I think one of the biggest problems I have with Season 2s is, especially for these type of like psychological thriller types, essentially like those jigsaw movies, but less like gory. So I'm gonna say psychological mystery thriller types. Is that I've watched too much of Saw to kind of know what's gonna happen. In terms of the acting, I think it was pretty well done. In terms of the storyline, I think for me, I could see it all throughout. I think for me, it was very transparent was what was going to happen. Now there were a few twists that I didn't foresee coming. I didn't foresee the captain to be on the Squid Game Master side. Spoilers if you haven't reached that episode. Sorry about that. But obviously it's in the title. So if you did not read the title, then it is what it is. But my other issue is with I think the plot line. I think because it is season two, you are expecting certain beats, and I think that they know you're expecting certain beats to be drummed upon, and they play into your expectations a little bit, which kind of takes away the mystery part for me. I think trying to follow along the the characters are quite essential in terms of these type of psychological thriller type shows, movies, whatever. But it is a very minor nitpick in my opinion. But what has gone up in stakes is the games. I think the games are pretty well done. Obviously, the first game, the red line, green line, still stayed the same. Obviously, they did play into the trope of, if you know what's what the game is gonna be like, then we can leech off of you essentially and cheat off of you. And that plays back into the reverse psychology of, well, since we have a winner on on our squad, essentially on our big um, you know entire team, then we can still kind of play and still kind of win money, even though there are people dying. But you know people dying essentially means more money for me, and that's one of the things that I didn't quite get. Like, I know, like people's lust for money would keep them in the game, but honestly, like by the third time, you're like a lot of people are dying. There comes a point where like you're like, wait, let me get the math straight here. Like, obviously the money is going up because people are dying. So wouldn't that trigger your humanity in like saying like, oh, then do I go against it? But obviously, human beings are not always logical. They're mostly emotional, um, and it is what it is. They are at a point of life where they're the bottom of the barrel and they want to scrape their way um, up. And I think that in this they kind of try to delve in a little bit more, wherein you see more on the other side as well. They have a new character that is playing on the other side, which is player 011, which is essentially the shooter. And I think that kind of gives it away to my next question, which is like, if we do have 456 players, how do we know we have 456 players? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's always the distrust of 001, in my opinion, because I knew essentially like they're gonna play with that trope. You know, 001 was gonna be an inside person, and I was like, oh, yep, they did it again. And they answered it perfectly in this season. It's essentially players who are, I think, like I want to say like odd numbered, and I'm trying to remember if there are any odd numbered people. I think there was 049, right? No, 039 was an odd number. Right, the friend. Okay, well, maybe like prime numbers, but one is not prime number. So I guess one is a special number, and then maybe the prime numbers itself. Yeah, I don't remember seeing a 002, 005, 003. I don't remember particularly. I mean, there's has to be something with the number because there can't be all 456 people playing. There must be some people who are like the shooters, who are willing to work as the shooters. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, really quick review. My final score for Squid Game season 2 is a 7 out of 10. I did think it was gonna end on a cliffhanger once again because I'm like, there is no way they can wrap up the plot line in like these last two episodes um, when I was on episode 5. Um, but I did have a lot of suspicions around like either the Marines, the people who Gihun employed for their the mercenary work. I did have some suspicion on the captain, some suspicion on the Wong Sok guy, but I I think when he was like, I've been on the boat for 30 odd years, and then tried to play it off. I definitely think that kind of threw me off. So I definitely think that they did play their hand pretty well. Um, but yeah, guys, that's about it. My recording is a little low because I have too many videos and I don't know how to get rid of it. Because I don't want to go through all of them and see which ones I can delete. But it is what it is, and I think that I wouldn't say really enjoyed it. I think really was satisfied with the outcome of Squid Game season 2 is the better way of wording it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys stick around for more of these impromptu like reviews, gaming, whatever I feel like, because I was thinking of reacting to the series in all honesty because I did have the reaction bug. I was like talking to myself. I was like, oh, that's gonna happen, and most of the time I was right. I don't know how many people would have liked that, but I am a very big fan of these type of shows, these type of movies. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought of below. I would love to hear from you guys. Leave a comment if you enjoyed Squid Game season 2. If you didn't, let me know. If you did not, I know people would not like it because I do have a lot of gripes with certain aspects of the show, obviously, and of the games that they did play. Had some questions about it. Um, but yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.